Here's your wrestling news for October 10th, 2025. Your headlines for today include Kota Ibushi suffers serious setback, long recovery expected. Breaking news as Big E officially retires from in-ring competition. WWE hit by double exit, 2 major stars depart. Major WWE title plans for Santos Escobar canceled due to contract issue. Prayers up, former WWE star Bobby Mo Horne in critical condition. Bronson Reed teases shocking weapons for Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. Becky Lynch Crown Jewel absence explained, it's not what fans think. Vince McMahon to appear in court following high-speed crash, and more. Kota Ibushi's highly anticipated return to AEW has taken a heartbreaking turn following a serious injury during the October 8th taping of AEW Collision. According to PW Insider, Ibushi has reportedly suffered a broken femur and is expected to be sidelined until early 2026. AEW has not yet released an official statement regarding his condition, but the nature of the injury suggests a long and challenging recovery ahead. The incident occurred during Ibushi's match at the Collision taping, where he lost his footing on the top turnbuckle and fell hard to the floor, visibly injuring his leg upon impact. Medical personnel rushed to his side, and he was later stretchered out of the arena and taken directly to a nearby hospital, a moment that left both fans and wrestlers deeply concerned. Since the news broke, social media has been flooded with messages of support from across the wrestling world. Fellow wrestlers, including some of Ibushi's longtime peers from Japan and AEW colleagues, have expressed their hopes for a smooth and complete recovery for the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Kota Ibushi's injury not only affects AEW's ongoing plans, but also halts what was shaping up to be a significant chapter in his North American career. Given the severity of the situation, fans are already calling on AEW to take every possible precaution with his recovery, ensuring he returns only when fully ready. What are your thoughts on Kota Ibushi's reported injury? Should AEW give him as much time as needed before considering a return, even if it means delaying major storylines? Share your thoughts and well wishes in the comments below. Big E has made peace with where life has taken him and with the reality that his in-ring wrestling career may be behind him for good. Since suffering a severe neck injury in 2022, the former WWE champion is focused on healing, personal growth, and continuing to contribute to WWE in new ways. Appearing on What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon, Big E admitted that he was initially surprised to even be invited on the show, explaining that while he's proud of his accomplishments in the ring, he now sees that phase of his life as complete. For all the people you've had on, I'm like, why me? My in-ring career is kinda behind me. I'm someone who's appreciative. I think I had a really good career and I'm proud of it, but you've had John Cena, Livy Dunn, and some of the biggest names. Big E's career came to an abrupt halt on March 11th, 2022 during an episode of SmackDown when he landed on his head after a suplex from Ridge Holland, fracturing his C1 and C6 vertebrae. While the injury effectively ended his in-ring journey, Big E has repeatedly shared that he's pain-free today and remains involved with WWE through his work on pre-show and post-show panels, continuing to bring his trademark charisma and positivity to the company. During the episode, Stephanie McMahon explained that her decision to feature Big E had little to do with championships or accolades and everything to do with the person he is. She praised his authenticity, optimism, and ability to uplift others, even in the face of life-altering challenges. Much of their discussion centered on mental health and personal growth, with Big E opening up about how stepping away from wrestling has allowed him to evolve emotionally and spiritually. Rather than focusing on what he lost, he's learned to find peace in what remains, gratitude, purpose, and the ability to inspire others through his story. What's your take on Big E's decision? What's your favorite moment of him in the ring? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Zayda Steel has officially parted ways with WWE, closing the chapter on her run within the company's developmental system. The 21-year-old rising star confirmed the news on social media, revealing that she's chosen not to renew her WWE ID contract. In her statement, Zayda expressed deep gratitude for her time with the company, while making it clear that this decision was about prioritizing her personal and professional growth moving forward. I've decided not to renew my WWE ID contract. I'm incredibly grateful for all the knowledge, experience, and opportunities I've gained along the way, but at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for me. I'm only 21 and have already done so much, but I'm just getting started. Thank you. Zayda quickly became one of the standout faces of WWE Evolve, performing as part of the Vanity Project faction. Her exit marks another notable change within WWE's evolving developmental landscape, as several young prospects continue to weigh their futures amid the company's shifting approach to talent development. At just 21 years old, Zayda's journey is only beginning, and her confidence in charting her own path suggests fans haven't seen the last of her inside the ring. But she wasn't the only one making headlines this week. Right after Zayda Steele's announcement, another star, Kylie Ray, confirmed that she too would be departing WWE ID. Taking to Twitter, Ray shared a heartfelt message directly with fans, addressing the end of her run and what lies ahead. Today I share that my time with WWE ID is coming to an end. As I was informed, my contract will not be renewed. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunities, memories, and people I met along the way. Thank you to everyone who supported me during this chapter. It truly means the world. As for the next chapter, I'm so ready to meet you, once I pop this baby out, of course. Ray made history earlier this year, becoming the first ever WWE ID Women's Champion over SummerSlam weekend in August, a milestone that established her as the face of the division. However, she later vacated the title after announcing her pregnancy, explaining her absence from the ring since August 8th. With both Zayda Steele and Kylie Ray now stepping away, it's clear that WWE's developmental system is undergoing another major shift, one that reflects how personal choices, timing, and opportunity continue to shape the next generation of wrestlers. Do you think WWE should have kept Kylie Ray under contract during her maternity leave, or was this the right moment for her to move on? Share your thoughts in the comments. Santos Escobar was poised for a major career resurgence in AAA, but those plans went up in smoke the moment his WWE contract expired. According to a new report from Bodyslam.net, Escobar had been scheduled to defeat El Hijo del Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship, a move that would have solidified his position as one of the top stars in the promotion. This title win was fully mapped out as part of Escobar's rise within AAA following its full acquisition by WWE. Escobar wasn't the only one in line for a push. Angel and Humberto, collectively known as Los Garza, were reportedly set to capture the AAA World Tag Team Championships, aligning their rise with Escobar's championship victory. The creative direction was designed to re-establish the trio as a dominant force within the new AAA WWE structure, marking a fresh start for all three talents under the merged system. However, when Escobar decided not to renew his WWE contract, the entire creative plan was abruptly scrapped. All scheduled title changes and storyline developments were shelved before they could reach television, leaving AAA to pivot its direction and rework its championship picture. Now that Escobar has since re-signed with WWE, there's growing speculation about whether these original plans could be revisited in some form, or if both promotions have moved on entirely. Either way, it's a reminder of how quickly momentum can shift in the wrestling world, where one contract decision can change everything overnight. Bronson Reed is gearing up for one of the biggest matches of his WWE career, an Australian street fight against Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel 2025, and he's making sure the hometown advantage brings a uniquely Aussie edge to the chaos. Speaking with the West Sport, the Australian powerhouse revealed this won't be a typical street fight. Instead, fans can expect a local twist, complete with homegrown weapons and a bit of down-under humor to go with the brutality. I'm facing the face of WWE, I'm facing Roman Reigns, so it's a huge deal for me. An Australian street fight is different from a normal street fight. I was driving here thinking, you could have a kangaroo warning sign, you could smack him over the head with that. There's a boomerang you could smack him with as well. But I think the ultimate Australian summer's weapon is a cricket bat. That was mine when I was a kid, the old diner drive boundary bat. I could do some serious damage with that. Reed then playfully warned that Roman Reigns has another thing coming, adding that he might even hit him for 6 with the old cricket bat. For those unfamiliar with cricket, hitting someone for 6 is the equivalent of hitting a home run in baseball, a clean, powerful strike that sends the ball, or in this case Roman Reigns, flying out of the park. I reckon Roman Reigns has another thing coming. Maybe I'll hit him for 6 with the old cricket bat. The Australian street fight, we do it a little bit harder down here. Even in our sports, we don't wear a lot of protective gear, so Roman has to be ready to take it up a notch compared to a normal street fight. For Reed, this match is personal. After falling short against Reigns earlier this year at Clash in Paris, he's returning home with redemption on his mind and a few creative weapons to even the odds. With the Australian crowd fully behind him and Reigns stepping into unfamiliar territory, this street fight could turn into one of the most unpredictable and explosive showdowns in Crown Jewel history. Becky Lynch will not be a part of WWE Crown Jewel 2025 in Perth, Australia, but her absence isn't linked to any injury or storyline twist. Instead, it's a straightforward case of scheduling and rest. According to Sean Ross Sapp on The Hump, Lynch isn't booked for the show, and WWE saw no reason to fly her overseas if she wouldn't be featured on the card. Sapp explained that WWE is being selective about who travels to Perth, citing the long and exhausting 22-hour flight as a major factor. Becky's last televised appearance came on Raw, where she suffered a count-out loss to Maxine Dupree, a result that left her visibly frustrated and sparked fan speculation about a possible storyline development. However, reports confirm her absence is purely practical, not creative. WWE has chosen to give Lynch a short break, as she's expected to return refreshed in 2 weeks, just in time to rejoin the build towards Survivor Series season. Vince McMahon is scheduled to appear in court on Thursday, October 16th in Stamford, Connecticut for a disposition hearing connected to his ongoing reckless driving case. The charges stem from a serious car accident that occurred on July 24th in Westport, where 2 vehicles were reportedly totaled. The former WWE chairman faces 2 charges, reckless driving and following too closely, both tied to the early morning crash that stunned local drivers and could have easily resulted in more severe injuries. As previously reported, McMahon's attorney has been working behind the scenes to have the charges dismissed before the hearing. However, as of now, the case remains active and is set to proceed in court next week. The woman involved in the accident, Barbara Duran, shared her account of the incident on Facebook shortly after the crash, describing it as a terrifying experience that left her shaken, but thankful to be alive. As the October 16th hearing approaches, McMahon's legal team continues its efforts to resolve the case, either through dismissal or negotiated settlement. The upcoming court appearance will determine whether the charges against the 79-year-old will move forward or be dropped altogether. Former WWE performer Bobby Horne, best known to fans as Mo from the tag team Men on a Mission, is currently in intensive care as he battles a severe medical crisis involving both a blood infection and pneumonia. The update came from WWE Hall of Famer Leilani Kai, who took to Facebook to share the news and ask fans to keep Horne in their thoughts during this difficult time. He's going through a really tough time right now, battling a blood infection and pneumonia, and remains in the ICU. His wife Denise has been by his side every step of the way and has been sharing updates as he continues to fight and show small signs of improvement. Please keep Bobby and Denise in your prayers tonight. He's a good man and a true friend to so many of us in wrestling. Horne's wife Denise has reportedly been with him around the clock, providing updates as he continues to show gradual signs of progress. A beloved figure among wrestling fans of the 1990s, Bobby Horne rose to prominence as one half of Men on a Mission alongside Mabel, who later wrestled as Viscera. The rapping, high-energy duo captured the WWF Tag Team Championships during a UK tour in 1994, though their reign only lasted a few days. When Mabel later won the 1995 King of the Ring tournament, Horne transitioned into a managerial role, becoming Sir Mo and continuing to accompany his longtime partner to the ring. Unfortunately, Horne's health struggles extend back several years. In 2018, he underwent a kidney transplant, requiring lifelong medication to prevent rejection. Just a few years later, in 2022, he endured a liver transplant and a severe case of COVID-19, which also landed him in the ICU. Despite these challenges, Horne has remained connected to the wrestling community, remembered fondly for his charisma, positivity, and lasting friendship with peers. Now, as he faces yet another difficult fight, fans and fellow wrestlers alike are rallying behind him, sending love and prayers to Bobby and Denise Horne during this critical time. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.